Okay, welcome back. So now you see I've been playing with the formatting here a bit. I have moved the slicers a bit around, made this a bit smaller, this one as well. I moved the line chart we have all the way down here to the right bottom corner. Um, and I'm going to add, okay, let's add all the countries here, except United States. That's really too big. Okay, yeah, but this is good. A selection of different countries. Okay. Now, what am I going to do here? Well, I'm going to add a map because we have the country here, right? The country names basically is recognizable by Power BI. Power BI basically is a data program, so it's not like just taking the columns and then just it's not like Excel where maybe Excel is probably better now as well compared to before, but it doesn't just show you the columns and then that's it. It basically analyzes the data and tries to understand, right? It understands the period, for example. You see, it creates a date hierarchy from your date column there. Normally, in our date column, what we have is all this, just Wednesday, July 1st, 2016, for example. But from this information, it's able to create, basically parse out year, quarter, month, and day. Okay. So just like that, this country also makes sense to Power BI. We can create maps out of it. So it will make sense out of countries. It will make sense out of state names if you have a column which contains states. If you had a column which contains city names, it will make sense out of that as well. It will understand it. Okay. And you see there's maps here. This is map, this is filled map, and this is the Azure map. Now let's start with this one. So this is our map now. And here you see a location. So I can drag country and put it into location. Now, one thing that I need to explain here. You might get an error which may not show anything to you. It will be empty. It will say something. I forgot now. But basically, it will not. You will not see this. If that happens, go to File, go to Options and Strategies, Options and Settings. Go to Options. Go down to Security here, and then scroll down, and then you will see Map and Filled Map Visuals. This should be selected. Now, if you're getting an error, then basically select this. That's what I'm trying to say. So you see mine is not selected. I was still able to create this figure. But in case you're getting an error and you come here, this is not selected, click on it. So you can click on it here and make this green tick mark just like you see here. And then click OK. And then close Power BI. Okay, make sure you close it and then reopen it. It will then work. It should work. This map should work after that. Now you see another thing based on the current version I have, right? It's being updated, and in the future they will probably get rid of this map mode. It says upgrade, so you can't really see it. It's behind all these white buttons. It says upgrade there, or update maybe. So when you click on that, okay, you see it says upgrade to the Azure Maps visual. Basically, if I click this map will be converted into this third mode here, which is Azure Map. So Microsoft Azure, as you know, is also another Microsoft program, just like Excel, Word, and this Power BI. So apparently they're just going to use Azure Maps from now on. So that's what this is saying. Okay. And you see those dots there? Actually, they are bubbles. They are showing which countries the data is coming from. Now, the same thing for this one. I will delete this. So there is this filled map. Put it here, enlarge it, and then put country into location. So this one basically will fill in the map, fill in the country where the data is coming from. So it's Canada. Wow, I didn't know Canada had all these lands as well. That's amazing. So Canada is filled in with that color. There's Brazil, there's Egypt, there's France, Germany. I don't see Netherlands. Did we not select Netherlands? Oh, okay. See, that's a shortcoming there. So it's not able to recognize Netherlands because here in parentheses it has Kingdom of the there. So you see, it's you you learn when you do stuff like this. So although it's, when you want to create like figures like this, it's fine. But when it comes to map, it should understand the country name correctly. This one, Turkey, is also not understood because of all the U letter with two dots on it. It's not recognized here correctly by the data, so it put these weird characters there. Now this is also not able to understand it. So, for example, when you realize this, you should go back and then clean your data, right? You can open it in Excel and do some cleaning there, at the very least, for example, to get rid of this problem. Same thing for Netherlands. We should get rid of that kingdom of the part there. The other ones are good, as far as I see. Anyway, that's another topic. Okay, so this is filled map and the same thing. You see, it says I need to upgrade it because soon this might be not good anymore. For a moment I had it there, it's gone. So it's really behind these white buttons there, so it's hard to get in. Okay, upgrade to Azure Maps Visual. You can always undo the changes. Okay, this is Azure Maps again. So again, this third option. So basically, we had before these two options for map and filled map. Map was for bubble charts. You could put bubbles on the map, and filled map is basically filling in the countries or regions, whatever. Right now, both of them are under Azure, so let's directly go with that one. Okay, Azure map, in the location area, put the country. Okay, by default, it will be a bubble chart. Okay, how can I change it? Come here. You see bubble layer. If I turn it off, those bubbles will go away. And I can turn this into a filled map with this one. You see, those areas are filled in for the countries present in the data. Okay, let's for now let's go with bubble. Okay, so here you see other information we can use. Now this is bubble chart. Okay, so that means we can make use of the size of the bubbles to represent some value, some meaning. We can also change the color to represent another value. For now, we don't have much in our data, right? It's the passenger million kilometers traveled. So for example, if we put that into the size, you can see the bigger the size, the more passengers traveled there. And of course, the smaller means the less passengers traveled there. So Egypt is 6,889. I don't know. Brazil is 677,000. So you see there is a big difference there. Okay. So that's what the bubble chart will look like. Um, for example, let's say you wanted to represent each country in a different color itself. You can put this country into the legend. Okay, so this one doesn't work. Okay, I was expecting it to work fine, but it did not. If I come here, let me try that without that size there. Okay, here it works. You see, when I put country into legend, each country will be a different color. So it's a categorical coloring, basically. That's what's happening there. Um, but then when I put data, in this case, um, let's see, data. Okay, select the map. Into the size area, put data there. Okay, it doesn't like that. Okay, it doesn't like that. I think it has to do with the filters over here and here. Okay, I removed all the filters too, by the way. So you see, I selected all the countries, so that shouldn't be an issue there. Okay, so these are the line charts there. Okay, anyway, I'm not sure about this, so let's get rid of it. Again, it's not going to be useful. So the main purpose when you have a bubble chart is you want to represent two things. Color will mean something, the size will mean something. Right now we just use size because, um, we don't have any other thing to show for the coloring, really, no numeric value that can be used for it. So how could we represent it as a for the country color? I mean color. So come here. So bubble chart, right? The bubble layer there. Colors. There's the FX button. You see that's like a formula we can enter there. We can put rules in here or a gradient, basically a condition. So the condition will be based on the data value there. The smallest value will be a red color, let's say. Okay, you see the color now represents a value. So red means less number of travelers, while blue is large number of travelers. So you see, okay, one nice thing about this is when you select it, this line chart also gets updated. So it's only showing that country now. Okay, this is international, this is domestic, good. So when you go domestic, Brazil is quite good. When you go international, Germany and England is doing pretty good, or United Kingdom there. Okay, so that's how you can change the representation here. Now, while this map is selected, for example, let's do this now. Let's get rid of the bubble chart layer, bubble layer. Let's turn on the filled map. So each country will be colored now based on this filter, this condition we had there, right? So under colors, FX, so that that condition we applied for the bubble layer is also directly transferred over the filled map. So we have still same condition here as well, which is very nice. So instead of a bubble there in the middle of the country, we see the whole country being colored there. You see that? This is international, this is domestic, this is total. You see these values change here on the map, and the line chart also changes accordingly. Okay. And of course, for example, here, if I select a few countries, let's go with Canada, Brazil, France. You see only those countries will be shown. I selected them holding control, by the way. You can see in the line chart there. You can see it on the map. This is domestic numbers. These are international numbers. Okay. So this is how you can create a map and a line chart on the same page with the filters here applied. And just because we have done a nice thing here, I believe, I will come here. Oh, you see, I didn't realize this until now. You can um, so by the way, I took out the United States from this list. You see that? Right? So the user cannot even select the United States. Filter locked. So the United States cannot be included right now when it's locked like this. And you can see it from here as well. There's no United States right now. And I can do this and the whole filter area will be locked. Let's get rid of the filter for United States. So if you say clear filter, basically every country is now available. You see the United States is back. Let's close this filter area totally. So I want the user to interact with these buttons and that's all. And you see when I put United States there, I mean, United States will be the largest value. Everything else will be very small. But again, that's up to the user. I leave it to the user right now. And now if I say publish, um, yes. Okay, replace it. See, we are getting slowly nicer. Basically, we are getting more functionality. We are adding different graphs. It's getting more and more exciting slowly. Oh, wait, I forgot to take the link there. Is it here? Let me see. Well, that didn't open. I will try to reopen it. Okay, this one. Okay, coming. Yep, we have it. Okay, very nice. So you see in app Power BI, we have our nice clean dashboard here. So we can change the flight types. Well, really, I mean, United States dominated so big. It's a lot of flights happening there. Let's get rid of that. Let's put some more countries here. Again, Turkey will not be able to. It doesn't able to. It's not able to understand that, so we cannot select it. But you see, these are international flights. These are domestic. Brazil is pretty good, and these are the total flights. So both the line chart changes. This one changes. We can change the different. We can select different periods. You see that filter area on the right? It does not even show up here anymore. So the user will not even be able to see it. Um, they are only able to interact directly with the filters like this, or they can even just select from the map like this. Okay, if they click on it, whichever country they're interested in, it will only show that one on the map and then the line chart as well. Um, and again, if you click on the same country, okay, every country is now selected. Um, so in the filter, if you select directly from the filter, it will focus on that country as well, which is a very nice thing to see there. Right? For example, Brazil, it will go to Brazil, Australia, it will travel all the way to Brazil, Australia, and so on. So yeah, we have a nice, clean, a very simple dashboard here, but it looks very nice. Okay. So this is good for now, and see you next time then. And we have basically learned how to create maps together with all the filters and whatnot. So this is good. Thank you.